Well, this guy scored a D minus. I think with this guy, the best advice I can give you is walk away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is mostly just talking big, not actually working towards real success. People like him often make loud promises, but struggle to stick with things or finish what they start. He might blame others or make excuses rather than improving himself.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is likely to react with anger and frustration rather than calm problem solving. He might shout, blame others, or sulk instead of picking himself up and trying again. Small mistakes can turn into big fights because he struggles to handle stress and criticism.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work probably find him difficult to get along with. He tends to speak bluntly, sometimes without thinking about others' feelings, and he is quick to get angry if things don't go his way. Because he doesn't show much kindness or patience, colleagues may avoid him or feel on edge around him.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he's more likely to feel threatened and insecure rather than proud of you. Instead of cheering you on, he might get upset, make rude remarks, or try to pull you down. His ego is quite fragile, and your success could make him feel small or jealous.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he's likely to feel resentful and insecure about it. He might not say it directly, but you could sense it in his mood. He may become cold, sarcastic, or try to make you feel guilty for your success. This could create tension and arguments at home as he struggles with his own feelings.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is likely to spend money without much thought or planning. He isn't one to carefully set budgets or save for the future. This can cause stress and make it hard to build a secure life together.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is more likely to pretend he's richer than he actually is. You might see him showing off expensive things, going out for fancy meals or spending on things just to impress others, even if he can't truly afford them. This kind of pretending often leads to stress and arguments later on.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's not naturally open handed or kind in his actions. If anything, he tends to be self centered, keeping his money, time, and feelings mostly for himself. Living with someone like this can make you feel lonely even when you're together.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's more likely to be secretive and controlling about money. You might notice that he avoids talking openly about expenses or hides details about his earnings and spending. This kind of behavior can make it hard to build trust and security together.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to think housework is only your job, not something to be shared. You might find him expecting a neat, well run home without lifting a finger himself. This attitude can leave you feeling tired and unappreciated.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the type who will mostly stand back and supervise rather than actually pitching in with chores or diapers. If he does anything, it will likely be just the bare minimum, or he may only step in to criticize how you're doing things. This can make you feel like you're parenting alone without real support.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's much more likely to argue just to prove he's right than to truly listen to your side. When you express your feelings or concerns instead of trying to understand where you're coming from, he'll likely interrupt, talk over you, or twist things to make you feel wrong. Over time, this can make you feel unheard and lonely in the relationship.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he is likely to say hurtful things or act aggressive rather than stay respectful. His anger can come out as shouting, harsh words, or even slamming things around. He struggles to control his temper, and that can make the home feel tense or unsafe during conflicts.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. He can go from calm to furious over small things, and his reaction may be louder or more hurtful than the situation calls for. Your safety and happiness are important.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He is much more likely to blame you instead of saying sorry and taking responsibility for his actions. When something goes wrong, he may twist the situation to make it seem like it's your fault or come up with excuses for his behavior. Apologies from him are rare, and even if he says sorry, it often won't sound sincere.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is unlikely to fully respect your boundaries and may not truly accept that no means no. If you say no or set a limit, he might push back, argue, or try to guilt you into changing your mind. In a relationship, you deserve someone who values your choices and comfort, never forcing or pressuring you.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding or giving you space, he might get upset, make you feel guilty, or even act distant and angry. This can put pressure on you to say yes even when you don't want to, just to keep the peace.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you need to be very careful. He is not the kind of man who always keeps private moments safe and respectful. This kind of behavior can deeply hurt and break your confidence.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be easily distracted by other women and not strongly faithful. His attention tends to wander, and he may seek excitement or validation outside the relationship, especially if things get tough at home. If faithfulness and respect are important to you, this is a warning sign you shouldn't ignore.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is the type who can become overpossessive, showing a lot of jealousy and controlling behavior. He may question who you talk to, get upset if you spend time with friends, or want to know where you are at all times. His suspicion can feel suffocating, making you feel trapped rather than cared for.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what might seem like a protective nature is often just a cover for being controlling. He may tell you he's looking out for you, but in reality, he wants to decide where you go, who you meet, and what you do. True care means trust and respect, not control.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will likely expect you to do most, if not all, of the parenting work. He doesn't naturally see raising children as something you should share equally. Over time, this can make you feel overwhelmed and unsupported.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is more likely to lose his temper than stay calm. Small problems may set him off quickly, leading to raised voices or harsh words. Children need calm, patient support to grow and learn, not fear of their parents' temper.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to support your role as both a mother and your own person. He may expect you to handle all the family duties while also putting aside your own needs, dreams, or desires. Over time, this can make you feel trapped and unappreciated.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but could later pressure you to quit once you have a child. He may say he cares about your work now, but deep down, he expects you to focus fully on home and family when the time comes. This sudden change can leave you feeling trapped and betrayed.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but real warmth and genuine care may be missing. He might say the right things in front of them, but you will probably notice that he avoids real connection, patience, or kindness when it truly matters. Over time, his lack of genuine warmth can lead to tension or distance between your family and him. He is much more likely to expect your family to adjust to him rather than making an effort to fit in with them.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse instead of handling it calmly. He might get angry quickly, say harsh things about your family, or pressure you to pick sides. Rather than being a calming presence, he could stir up more drama and make you feel caught in the middle.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who may act modern with you in private, but expect you to become a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He might not mind your clothes, your work, or your opinions when it's just the two of you. But when family visits or during family gatherings, he may suddenly want you to act more reserved, dress differently, or follow customs you don't believe in. This double standard can make you feel like you're always putting on an act to please others instead of being yourself.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than supporting you. He doesn't like to get involved in emotional messes and may avoid taking a stand, leaving you to handle things on your own. This is something very important to think about for your happiness.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He is very likely to be a mummy's boy, putting his mother's wishes and opinions before yours, especially during conflicts. When disagreements happen between you and his mother, he will almost always lean towards supporting her, even if it's unfair to you. This can create lasting pain and frustration, as your partner should be your strongest supporter.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is very likely to share details of your fights or private moments with his mother or sister. This means your personal issues won't stay just between the two of you, and his family may get involved or judge you based on only his side of the story. It can also create drama and misunderstandings, making small problems much bigger than they need to be.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, all in all, not looking that great. This guy scores a D minus. As I mentioned at the start, I think with such guys, the best way is to walk away. Being in a relationship with this man, day in and day out, is often exhausting and lonely. You may find yourself always walking on eggshells, worried about his anger or harsh words over small things.